majority of new job creation in the U.S. comes from small businesses, but a recent survey found that most of them are having a tough time accessing funding or capital. The question is that holding back growth? Liling Tan investigates.
In New York's fashionable Soho neighborhood, a baby boutique called Bundle is poised to grow. Owner Allison O'Neill hopes to move to a busier location next year with double the space and expand her product range to include more expensive, bigger ticket items like strollers. But after being previously turned away by the big banks for a startup loan and then again for a line of credit, she's now worried about financing her growth plans.
The things I'm worried about are, first, that I'll just flat out be denied. That the banks will have whatever reasons they have. They'll kind of put my situation into their models and it will say, you know, it's too risky. The second is that the cost of borrowing would be extremely high.
She's not alone. Many U.S. small businesses are finding it hard to raise capital this year. A survey by New York Stock Exchange parent company NYSE Euronext and financial research firm ORC International showed that 47% of small business owners said their capital needs are being marginally met or not at all. That's despite record revenues reported by U.S. banks, nearly $35 billion in the second quarter of 2012 alone, up 21% from the same period a year ago. And U.S. banks have been hoarding cash. In June and July 2012, U.S. banks collected 3.3% more in deposits, but increased their lending by 0.7%. This has created a record $1.8 billion lending gap.
If the economic problem is largely driven by the fact that there aren't a lot of jobs being created, then that's a huge problem. So when you combine that with the 47% who say, I can't get enough capital, I can't grow my business, they have to ask the question, so where is job growth going to come from?
And with the U.S. unemployment rate now up at 8.3%, this could further impede the country's economic recovery. Although many small business owners are pessimistic about job growth in the near term, their projections, along with those from CEOs of major corporations, are more optimistic when it comes to the next 3 years. Most predict modest job growth starting in 2013. Liling Tan, CCTV, New York.